So we are still within the days that are high alert for major earthquakes, volcano eruptions, and tsunami till tomorrow, the 26th, 216 6 times 696, so 3 6s. Then the 27th to the end of this month is the destruction of Babylon. February 1st is Chinese New Year, the beginning of Chinese New Year. Sun longitude 312 degrees, and then the next day, February 2nd, 313 degrees. So that's a 3-2 and 3-3 references there. Since the number 1, you can ignore it. Then February 3rd is 314 degrees, so it's a pi number. And then the 4th is the start of spring, sun longitude 315 degrees. And reference back to Jesus when he entered Jerusalem on the 10th day, so which is February 11 to 12, which is the Friday and Saturday, and it's coincide with Apache when the dimensional shift from 3D to 5D, which is the end of church age, the end of God's grace, and Osiris and his army of death will come to this earth plane because the barrier that separates the earth and underworld will be destroyed by the time when it's in February. And then just a reminder, the stars, the light blue stars representing the rapture possible dates. March 16 to 17 is the first month, the 13th and the 14th day in our calendar, which is when Jesus got arrested. But during that time, there's a time shift, time travel back in time. I think at least once or twice, I forgot. I need to look that up again. So I believe it could be is when the whole world travel back in time. Not so sure if it's 7 years back. If it's 7 years, then it's 2015. If it's travel back in 2012, because we just ended the 2021, and so which means there's a possibility everything will happen again, but this time will be on time, no more delay. And the people that suffering, the real church that are suffering right now will not be suffering. I've noticed that recently, since the end of last year, around November till right now, a lot of God's words from the prophets is about restoration, renewal, new dimension, new level, and no more suffering, and everything that the enemies stolen from us will given back to us tenfold. So I can't stop from thinking that it's because we are going to travel back in time, so that the repeat of the time is the correct timeline, which is the enemy is actually failing big time. I'm not saying that right now this alternate timeline the enemy is winning, but actually even though they are failing, but everything has got delayed, and things got slowly dragged along, and it seems like the battling between the army of Satan and the real church has been going on, dragging on, and it's just unbearable at this point. So the real timeline, when we go back to the real timeline, everything will be in order for the real church. The thing is, I'm still searching for answers, because it could be the real church got raptured out right before the Chinese New Year, which is the World War III happens, and then the whole world go back in time, travel back in time, and repeat the same cycle, but on a correct timeline. And then during that time, and the real church will be in heaven training during that time until in the correct timeline, the rapture time has come. Then Jesus and the real church will come to this correct timeline to rapture out the second group of the people. So it could be in this sequence. So I'm not so sure yet. I still need to do some digging and research, and then the Holy Ghost will probably give me information on that, hopefully. The assets of three companies, Apple Daily Limited, Apple Daily Printing Limited, and AD Internet Limited, as well as accounts belonging to Jimmy Lai, worth more than 500 million Hong Kong dollars, having already been frozen on 14 May 2021, last year. So this is a Hong Kong newspaper company. The fall of this company signifying the Apple in iPad GT. So from May 14 last year, 2021, to tomorrow, the 26th, is exactly 8 months and 13 days. And if you notice that the number of weeks and days, hours, minutes, and seconds are all significant literal numbers. So high alert tomorrow, the Wednesday, and also the Apple rose 8 times, then hit the shoe, then roll back half of time. So exactly 8.5 months. From May 14, 2021 plus 8.5 months is equal to this Friday, the 28th, another high alert day this Friday. Then Saturday, the 29th, is exactly 261 days. And if you shuffle the numbers, is 216 is equal to 6 times 6 times 6. And then is 71.51%. So there's a 711 and 5.1 reference there, high alert day. If you go back to my previous video regarding the Apache analysis, the high alert days exactly fall into the scene when the AC coming up and going to destroy the world from the 27th to the 31st. Final draw. So when the Apple roll back half of the time, then it wobbles 3 times, and 3 times means 3 days, the 29th, 30th, and 31st, which is when the final sacrifice before the World War III breaks out, then the apple opens on the time when one bell sound. One bell sound is exactly on February 1st, Chinese New Year, and it's 8th month, 19th day. So we have a 911 and 811 reference here. And the second bell sound is when the two lines joins together. So it's February 2nd, the second day of the Chinese New Year. Usually is the fireworks in Hong Kong, So that is representing the new year begins. And I believe this is when the World War III begins. Third bell sound, then the flower blossoming, and it's February 3rd, and it should be representing the start of the bombing in worldwide locations. Fourth bell sound, February 4th, is the beginning of spring. The flower, the lotus, is fully blossomed. So this representing the world is at the height of massive destruction. Go back to the scene when Osiris destroyed the masses. It's from February 1st to the 6th, Chinese New Year.